What it is, guys, it's your Dino. We're back at again with another review, so let's just get straight into it. Hey guys, this one is for a game called Bricky to me. It's kind of an odd one, but we'll get straight into it and we'll go for the accessibility as always, because that's the full focus of our videos. Accessibility is non-existent. There is absolutely nothing in the way of accessibility on this game. It is a very bare minimum kind of game. It's, as you can see by the gameplay, it is what it is. It's a roguelike, puzzly, platformy, weird thing that you have to do all these jumping and stuff to fight bosses, and it's one of those where it's not really one thing but it isn't another either. So customization is next, and we'll get into that one. There isn't any in the way of changing your character. The only customization you get is in your personal playstyle. So you have to do certain things within the game to do stuff like that, and it requires a lot of work to get there. It is a grind fest. It took me a long time to get actually good at this game, to the point where I could get about halfway through it now. But it's one of those. So we'll get into the gameplay. As I said, it's this weird indie roguelite style game. It is definitely one that might not be for everyone. I think it's okay. It's not a bad game. It's definitely one that could be done better. It's just weird. It's a weird roguelite. It's available on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, and it's just got this really weird style to it. It's got over 60 randomly assembled rooms with intriguing puzzles on it, the kitten that needs to be petted, and a boomerang that helps you defeat enemies, and very unusual boss fights. And it's not like a normal roguelike, you know. It's very weird in the fact that it is this weird thing. I said weird a lot today, but it is. That's kind of the way to describe it. It is one that will throw you and you'll be like, huh, this is odd. So the puzzles and combat on this one is very repetitive. The puzzles are the main focus, and the combat in regards to the base enemies is very repetitive. They move in a specific way, you have to attack them a specific way, and that's it. It's definitely a game that focuses on the bosses of the game. So it's going to focus heavily on making sure that you can get to those boss fights and you can take them on. I didn't show any in this gameplay because this is done on my main account and not the account that I played testing it for lots of hours to actually get good. So I'm not saying I'm any good at the game. It's a tough one for me because of the lack of accessibility. It's available on the PlayStation 4. You can play it on your PlayStation 5. You can play it on any Xbox, and it's also available on the Switch. The best accessibility features that I found were playing it on the Switch or on the Xbox, because they're the ones that have the best support for controllers and stuff. Final thought on this one is, if you can pick it up and play it for cheap, it's not a bad way to waste a few hours. Overall though, I wouldn't say it's a game that I would prioritize purchasing. It is a very odd, very niche style of roguelike game, and it's just one of those where I'd say it doesn't feel like it's a solid game. I feel like there's a lot missed into it. It has no real explanation as to what you're actually supposed to be doing. It just leaves you floating there in the ether, making you guess what you got to do. And that leads us into Dino smashing that like button. It's greatly appreciated if you do. It really helps the channel. So thank you for all the likes and comments that we get on all the content that we put out. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that. It's definitely one that, whilst I feel it could be done better, I'm not surprised. It's made by Cubite Interactive, and they do very niche games, and the games have a specific market that they aim for, and that's it. They don't really try to push the boundary on that one too far, but it is what it is. It's one of those that will be good for some people and bad for others. I just feel like personally it's not for me, and I couldn't recommend this game for anything than a couple of quid. I would say if you are looking for something that might be fun and frustrating at the same time, this might be for you. But it's one of those, you know, it's one of those where as a reviewer, I wouldn't say that this is the game that I would personally seek out and play, but I have been given the opportunity thanks to receiving the key for the game. I just feel that overall the game isn't something that a lot of people will go out of their way and play, as if it's like, oh, I'm looking for this game specifically. There are better entries into the roguelite universe out there. There's so many different roguelite games that you can play, and obviously each one is unique in its own way, but this one doesn't feel like it offers anything of substance. It's just very surface level. That being said, it isn't a bad game. I just feel like it's one of those that you need to be seeking out this specific style, or you're not going to pick this game up, because it is very niche and it is aimed at a specific group of people, and it's just not for me. It's one that I would honestly say, if you can get it for free, get it for free. If it's something that someone gifts you, be grateful that you got it. And if you are looking for a roguelike game, there are plenty more out there that you might enjoy. However, the type of gamer I could see playing this one would be a content creator who likes to play roguelites or puzzle roguelites, and likes to get frustrated when they die a bunch of times because it has no real substance or story to it. Other than that, I would say that it's definitely one that if you can pick it up for less than a $5, $5, $5, £5, whatever your denomination is, if you can get it cheap, it's not a bad purchase. If you've got a couple of bucks laying around, it's one of those where I personally wouldn't put my hand in my pocket and pick up this one. So take with that what you think or what you expect. That's my opinion. I feel like it isn't bad, but it isn't the best representation of the roguelite genre. That being said, thank you for checking out the video, guys. Thank you for all the love and support. You guys are amazing for all the love that you give. We are live on the channel and we make shorts and we do all that sort of content. If you do agree with my review of this, let me know. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, remember, be well, be safe, have fun gaming, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun. Bye, guys.